open your first little door, right? No, actually, what I want you to see first is what I named this, because this is what these really are. It sounds real fancy. Measures of central tendency. That's what your mean, median, and mode is. So here, when you open your little mean door, okay, mean just means average. That's all it is. Okay, you don't even have to write anything. Like I said, it was just going to be a quick overview. Oh, yeah. So here's what you do. No, we haven't missed the songs. Okay, thank you. Here you go, Mr. Tremont, if you want your own. All right, so we don't even have to write anything. Well, we are going to write one thing at the end, but this is good enough for right now. So mean means average. I can't flip the doors like you can. And so if you have a set of data, you add all the numbers up, divide by how many there are, 20 is the mean. That makes sense, right? I know you know how to find average. It's all good. So then your next little door says what? Median. Thank you. Median. Median is the middle number. How many of you have taken driver's ed? Okay. All right. Median, even if you haven't, the median in the road is the middle of the road where the grass might be, right? Median is the middle. It's the thing you don't want to hit when you're making a turn, right? Okay, median is the middle. Now, in order for you to find that, mean, it didn't matter what order they're in. For the mean, you have to put the numbers in numerical order. You might want to circle that point. Because if you're asked to do this, especially on a test you might be taking, like the TSIA or the SAT, I doubt they're in order for you. You put them in order, and then you can start on the outside. It says you can count inwards, but you can either count or you can also mark them out like one on each side, one on each side. That's probably a little safer. And then you get the median one. Now, bonus points here that don't exist. What if I had two numbers in the middle? What do I do with them? Do you remember? You find the average. Good. Find the average, which means you add them together and divide by 2. Good, good, good. So the middle number is the median. All right. Third door, what does it say? Most. Or mode. It says mode. Thank you. It says mode. Mode is the one that occurs the most. Mode is most. I think we're okay. I think it's median and mean that we get mixed up sometimes. And then this says to create a line plot. You can do that. I guess that makes the most sense. That's probably how they teach it now. I don't know that that's how I was taught. But they don't necessarily have to be in order, but you're just looking for which one shows up the most. That's all it is. Okay? And then the range is the difference between the highest and lowest. You literally just pick the biggest and the smallest, and you subtract them. So your data ranges from 10 to 28. Therefore, there's a range of 18. Okay? Does that make sense to you? All right, so I have this song. This song was like 20 seconds. I played it once at normal speed, and it was kind of, I don't know, it was a little too slow. So then I sped it up, and then I sped it up some more. So it's going to play through 5 times. If by the end of the 5 times you're actually singing, we don't have to listen to it anymore. Otherwise, it's going to loop through a million more times. Here we go. Don't be scared. Okay, first of all, do you know the song Hey Diddle Diddle? No. Oh, it's not a song. It's a nursery rhyme. Hey Diddle Diddle, the cat and the fiddle. Oh. The cow jumped over the moon. No. Oh, well, we're going to have story time next then. But here's the funny thing. I knew what I was looking for. I was looking for different versions because some of them are really terrible. But I kept looking on YouTube. I was looking yesterday for some other ones. And I would put it in YouTube, and I even tried Google. And I put Hey Diddle Diddle, and I put mean, median, and mode. But it kept blocking it because I was using the word diddle. So, yeah, not good, I guess. You can't use that at school. All right, here we go. It's a jam, see? Hey diddle diddle, the median's the middle. Oh, don't laugh, you're about to sing it. It's better when it's faster. The words are there and everything. And the range is the difference between. Make sure you get it. You got 2 more slower times. It'll speed up. Hey, diddle, diddle. The median's the middle. Come on. You can do it. Sing now. You can sing now. Thank you. Keep saying it. You won't forget. Here we go. It's faster now. You can do it. Better see your mouths moving. Angel? And that you sing the most. You can at least move your mouth. You can pretend. And one more time. The median's the middle. You add and divide for the mean. The mode is the one that you need the most, and then the range is the difference between. Ho! Oh, one more time. For the mean. The mode is the one that you see the most, and the range is the difference between. Welcome to college algebra, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'll get you to the other songs in a minute. But here's what I want you to do now. I want you at your tables, okay, and somebody has a calculator, right? Was anybody listening? Yes? Okay. I want you to find the mean, median, and mode of the ages at your table. Your ages. So you got to tell everybody your age. Find the mean, median, mode of your ages. Then we're going to add another word down here. Maybe, except my board is stupid now too. What the heck? There we go.
Oh wait, so 3 numbers?
Yeah, mean, median, mode. You only have 3. It's not a big data set. Did you find them? Oh, somebody's working on it? Okay. And then I'm going to write down your ages. Three more 17s. Okay. So we're going to have group 1, group 2, and the range. I guess mean, median, mode, and range. I want you to find all 3. We'll just put them in that order. Mean, median, mode, and range. You'll have yours written down somewhere? Oh, there. 17, 17. Oh, y'all's are the same as theirs, huh? You don't know about what? Yeah. The median's the 1. No, that's the mode is the 1. I got the 2 wrong.
But like, okay, so this is the smallest thing with this, and then would it just be 17, or would you have to consider the same?
Hey diddle diddle, the median's the middle. Does not matter what they are. So it's the middle number. 17, no matter what. Even if they're all 17. If you have all 3 of y'all were 17, because I think if the girls were here and he wasn't sitting here, because I looked up y'all's ages to see how this would work, I think all 4 of y'all were 17. So you're mean, and that's one reason why we're looking at the data. So yeah, so it's still the middle no matter what. What? Oh, no, this is just a very old picture and a very old ID. It's like, it was sort of blonde. It's almost like what happens when you get a bad dye job. But all right, what do we got? What's your mean? What'd you get for your mean? Okay, and what's your median? Are your median 17? And your mode was what? 17, and your range is 2. Thank you, Angel. All right, so that's your individual data. Okay, so now I want somebody to find, I think median and mode of everybody's ages together is pretty easy to figure out, right? What would the median be for all that data? What's the median here? Do you even have to count in? 17. Because even if there's an even number, you're going to add, it's 17, it's in the middle. What about mean? Somebody do that for me. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 17s. Thank you, Layla. And I want to know what the mean is. I know.
What is it divided by 9? Wait, what did you say?
What I said, I don't know what I said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 17s, 2 18s, and a 15.
Yeah, it's 17.
17 is the mean? Oh, look at that. Okay, 17 is the mean. Now, let's say that we wanted to add my age in here. Oh, thanks a lot. What do you think that's going to do to the mean? It's going to make it a lot higher, yes. Do you think will it change the mode? No. Will it change the median? No. Okay. So when you added all these up, what did you get? Because you told me originally. What did you get when you added before you divided? 170? Okay. Oh, that's right. And then you divide by 10. So let's put my age up there. It's okay. I'm not embarrassed. I'm close to retirement. So take 170, add 49. Yes, I'm probably old enough to be your grandmother. I don't want to hear it. Okay, 219, divide that by 11. 4 years for IHOP. Woohoo! 19.9. Okay, so you add me in there. Look how much that affected the mean. That changed it by a lot, right? So somebody used the word a minute ago. What would you call, not old, what would you call this type of value in that data set? An outlier, exactly. So that is what we are going to add to the bottom of this. So on your last little door, you can pretend like there's another door down here. It was too hard to adjust this, so I didn't worry about it. So just write outlier down here. Oops. And then, how would you define an outlier? Think Sesame Street. That's what I was looking for, a Sesame Street song too. What is y'all used to watch Sesame Street, right? Y'all, well, not that song. But how about like, one of these things is not like the other? Yeah, imposter is not like the other. Is that the official definition? No, but it's clearly an outlier. I know y'all probably know what it means anyway. So we could just, we don't have to write all that down, but we can write 15, 17, 17, 18, and the sad little 49. And there's the sad big 49. And there's your outlier. Okay, because that's some info that would be good too. All right, so as I was thinking about this, I wanted to give y'all, and we're going to do another little activity here in just a second that'll be kind of fun, but I wanted to give y'all like a real world kind of idea about why it's important to understand the difference. And that is because if you pay attention to the way things are worded in the news, on the paper, not that you read the paper, but you know what I mean, and articles online, whatever, they can talk about the median household income or this and that. And when you go to look for a job, and I just happened to find this was almost identical to what I was going to say to y'all, so this will probably do it a little bit better. So this says, imagine a small company advertising an open position by claiming the average, so the mean salary of their employees is $100,000 per year, because y'all going to be looking for jobs pretty soon if you're not already, right? For simplicity's sake, let's assume, okay, so this is just kind of a little example of what the company might look like. So they have 10 employees. They've got people that make $70,000, $87.5 thousand, and $300,000. There's 5 people that make 70, 4 that make the 87, and 1, the boss, that makes $300,000. So to find the average salary, they average all those, get $100,000. So that sounds pretty good. But really, nobody's actually only one person's even making more than 100, everybody else is less than that. Not only that, but chances are really, really good when they calculate raises, it won't be calculated on your actual salary or even the mean salary, the average salary. They usually calculate that on the mean salary. And if you look what the mean salary is, the middle, that's 78.75 because you have to average those two. So even if this company, they have an average salary of $100,000. You go to work there, you ain't going to be making anywhere near that. And even when you get a raise, if you end up making $87.5 thousand and you get a 3% raise or whatever, it's most likely not even on your salary. It's most likely on something that's less than your salary. And so that's another way where statistics, you can make anything sound good with statistics. You can manipulate things. And basically, you also manipulate ignorance when people don't know the difference between mean and median and what it means for real. So it's a little example there of that. So yeah, statistics, yeah. Yeah, so you're like, ooh, that sounds great, but then you're like, really? And that's why like the outliers, to really be fair, the outliers should come out. And if you're calculating the CEO's salaries in there and you're averaging it, it makes it sound a lot better than it is. So that's just a little FYI about statistics. All right, so now I'm going to give you, you have clipboards, grab a clipboard, and I'm going to give you a piece of paper. We're going to do a little, actually, while I'm passing this out, I'll let you watch another video because, so there was two more. One of them goes with the lazy song. Yeah, this is one. Because the kids in here are in 5th and 6th grade, just FYI. They're learning about this. But here you go. You hear him sing? Check this dude out. I think he's got his own YouTube channel. He would have been a fun 5th grade teacher, huh? All right. I had fun looking for this stuff. All right, so I just gave you this piece of paper. It says a spooky mean, median, mode, and range because I also found a little 5th grade activity. And so we're going to do the first one together, and then the other ones are posted around the room. So here's A. So you're up here in A, and you have room kind of on the right-hand side to write. So we have Casey, Jen, Kevin, Sheldon, and Cassandra went to the Starling Observatory to observe bats at night. This is how many bats each of them recorded. And so there's your data. I want you to find the mean, median, mode, and range of this set of data. You can work as a group. That's fine. But once you put your answers there, and then once you do that, I want you to answer question 2, which is, why do you think Sheldon saw the most bats? Come up with 3 possible reasons. You can just come up with one. Just why do you think? You don't know Sheldon. See if you can come up with a reason. But find mean, median, and mode. You're not even doing anything yet. What are you doing? Mean, median, and mode. Huh? You can work together, although she's the only responsible one with the calculator. Maybe they can order the numbers for you. You know, you can split up the duties. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to move on to the where you're actually putting it. I'll just write mine here. We're going to make sure we all get the same answers so we all know what we're doing. Here. I only have one in that group. My goodness. Yeah, use that. You're welcome. I'm going to go find another one. I never put... Do what? Yeah. And it's like whatever song you like the best, that's the one. There's a third one we'll get to. There's some really bad ones out there, but... Here, so... Here you go. Because I'm about to split y'all up in pairs so that we can... Okay, so what did we get for mean? What y'all tell me, what did y'all get? 373. Do the other groups agree with that? Yes. What did y'all get for median? 301. Do we agree with that? Yes, sure. What did y'all get for mode? 275? And what do we get for range? 245. Good. Okay, so let me ask you this. What if Cassandra didn't go? What's my mode? You don't have one. It's possible not to have a mode, okay? It's possible not to have one, so you just don't have one. Now, who wants to give me a reason why Sheldon saw the most bats? Why? Okay, Sheldon has night vision. That's a good one. Maybe Sheldon was the only one really paying attention. I think these two were a little busy not paying attention, but shocking. All right, so here's what we're going to do. You've got your shoulder partners, right? Exactly. Freaking Kevin. Well, yeah. So you two start with B, you two start with C, you two start with D, you two start with E, and you three start with F, and y'all be nice to Angel. Okay? And then we can rotate. You don't have to write on the board. I just put them. You do whatever it says on the thing. Sheldon is a bat. That is possible. Sheldon lied. Exactly. Sheldon really wasn't paying attention. Yes, he just made it up. Counting by twos. I feel like I'm done. All right, so those of you that got to B, I'm going to tell you what the answers are just so that we can talk about it. And if you didn't get to B, it's okay. We're going to talk about it here. So the mean we got was 66, right? You should have gotten 66 for the mean, 57 for the median. There was none for the mode, and the range was 80. We agree with that? Okay. So then it says identify the outlier. So even if you didn't do B, what's the outlier here? 119. Good. 119. Even if the numbers kind of have a big range, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean it's an outlier. Then it says find the mean without the outlier. So even if you don't find the mean, even if we didn't do that, okay, well, if you did, what did you get? Somebody tell me? Did you actually do this? This was 52.75. Because the outlier was a bigger number, this was the original mean. It made it bigger, right? It stretched it. It skewed the data. When we take that out, this is a more true average. And that's why when you make a 0 on something, it kills your grade, right? You got decent grades, the teacher puts in a 0 and your grade goes whoop. That's because that 0 just made it go really low. All right, so how long do you think it took them to trick or treat? And that's how many pieces of candy they got? Is that what it is? What do we think? Oh, how many houses they visited? Whew. Aspen already had a lot of sugar that day, I think. 6, that's a lot of houses. That's what I would think. That's, I mean, that's like almost every house in, I don't know, I don't even think I have that many houses in my neighborhood. All right, let's look at C. Let's just kind of talk about some data stuff here. So mean, median, mode, and range. What we should have gotten here was 5.5, 5, mode, 4.6. I think it's hard to read this. And the range was what? What did I put?
4 and 6, or like
No, what is the mode?
you said 4.6.
Oh, it's 4 and 6. I'm sorry. Because, yeah, so you can also have two modes. You can have two modes or you can have no modes. I'm sorry. 6 shows up through, because I shouldn't have done this small. I can't tell if it's a period or a comma. I wasn't actually looking at the data. And then the range was 8. All right. And so this says all these people, they had to climb into their attic to get their Halloween decorations. They encountered spiders. Here's how many spiders each of them saw. Well, I could have seen one and gone and bought a new costume, but I'm not living in Mary Ann's house, that's for sure. Why do you think Jordan saw the least amount of spiders?
He was scared.
He ate them, he ran, he was scared. All right. Yeah, he didn't go all the way in the attic. I agree. All right. I'm just thinking, like, if I was a 5th grade teacher, can you imagine some of these answers from 5th graders? I can't even imagine what some of would come out of some of their mouths. Write a whole story. All right. So then mean mode. All right. So then here's what I really want to talk about is that what would happen to the measures of central attendance, or the measures, if Sean found, so here's Sean, if he found 7 more, okay? So if he found 7 more, then would it change? What would it change? The mode, because you would actually have a mode, right? The mean and the range. Good. It's not going to change the median, but it would change the mean just a little bit, not too much, and it would also change the range. Okay, so, all right, good deal. F, no, that was it. We just went to E. Where was F? Oh, F was down here. I guess I skipped another one. Oh, these are the people that screamed. I heard an interesting reason of why do we think Jackson never screamed? He's got murdered because he's the killer or because he got murdered. Okay, you can't scream if you're dead. All right, Aiden went with him. How many times would he need to scream? Okay, and then you can play with him. How many times would he have to scream to change the mean? We don't have to do all that, but do you understand how all this works maybe a little better than you did, and we can remember which is which? Yes. You ready for the last song? Okay, where was it? It is this one.
There's mean, median, and the mode. Which one's which? Oh, you should know. The mean, add them all, then divide. Median, middle, cross out and find. Mode is the most, and that's the end. Central tendency right there, my friends.
It's the mean, median, mode song.
Median and the mode. Which one's which? Oh, you should know. The mean, add them all, then divide. Median, middle, cross out and find. Mode is the most, and that's the end. Central tendency right there, my friends. Outliers are very high or very low. The high ones make the mean real high, and the low ones make the mean real low.
Your zeros.
There's mean, median, and the mode. Which one's which? Oh, now you know.
There you go.